Hello everyone, it's Alex and Steph here, and we just saw a movie.
We did indeed.
We saw the new Universal film.
Yeah.
Was it Universal?
Yeah, it was Universal.
Universal film Greta.
It was Chloe Grace Moretz and Isabel
Yes, Isabel Huppert,
I think. You're going to say it French. Huppert.
she's never been in a American film, I guess, before. Well, I did some research before watching the film, and I couldn't see any. Isabel Huppert.
Huppert.
Oh, she's French, sorry.
We're cultured, Alex.
Isabel. But yeah, never been really in a mainstream film, I guess. She's been in a bunch of French films.
Cinematic
Yes,
world.
in the French cinematic universe.
Yeah.
The FCU. When they have superheroes such as Iron Man. That's my French accent. I couldn't give it. La Iron Man. Or I don't know French at all. But anyway, Greta. So, going to this film, I'm not going to lie, I think you and I had the same expectations. They were lowered.
I was so not excited to go and see it. I thought it was going to be a horror. I don't like horrors. I thought it was starring Chloe Grace Moretz, which it did, and I, up until today, did not like Chloe Grace Moretz.
Up until today, so that's a good sign already.
Yep.
I was indifferent on this film. I saw the trailer. I was like, okay, it could be interesting, but I wasn't like bursting out of my seat to go see it. Honestly, if Universal didn't give us invites to the press screening, I probably wouldn't have gone to see it.
No, I would not have. I wouldn't have even seen it when it came out on DVD.
I would have given it a shot after, but well, I was really glad that we saw it because I ended up enjoying this film more than I definitely thought I would have. I thought it was good. There was some moments I thought were done really well for suspense.
Yeah, absolutely. It did suspense really well. I was, like I said on the way home, I was just anxious for the majority of the movie.
Which, if a film can do that, I think it succeeds in what it was trying to do. I do think this film did succeed what it was trying to do. There was a couple moments where it was hard to look at the screen. I think you know the exact moment I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
And anyone who's seen it will know.
Yes.
There's a couple of things that happened in this film that I was really hoping would happen. Like, I saw them setting something up. I'm like, alright, cool, I really hope this happens. And it did happen, so that made me happy.
Yeah, it definitely... If I was going into it knowing that this is what it was about, like, I definitely think it succeeded in what it was trying to do. It's not what I thought it was trying to do when I came into it. And even up until the first half an hour probably, I still had those expectations in my head. But as soon as it... Sorry, you go.
No, you go.
I was going to say, as soon as it took that turn, that it did this specific thing that I was like, I know the direction they're going in now. It actually really worked. And I really enjoyed that. Better than what I thought.
If I were to go into negatives, I would say that I think I stand alone here where I thought that the first part of the film dragged a bit.
Okay, yeah.
It did get into what it was trying to do pretty fast, but I just thought that it wasn't as compelling as what happened, say, like the second half, even the second and third act going into the film.
Yeah, it definitely revs up. Once it gets into it, I think it gets into it quite well. I mean, like I said, you do stand alone in that just slightly.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it dragged on at the beginning. I think it was setting up what it had to do. But like I said, when I'd gone into it, I was expecting it to be bad, so exceeding my expectations.
Yeah, definitely. I was just thinking, like, this, in the first, like, maybe 10, 15 minutes, I was sitting there going, alright, this is exactly what I thought it was going to be. And then, it ended up not being that, and it ended up being exceeding my expectations. There was a, storyline with a certain character in the film that just kind of felt like it was left, just left. They abandoned it.
It was sort of used as a plot device for one pivotal moment in the movie.
And then, like, it didn't... It definitely
out.
felt like it was important enough to wrap up, but it didn't get a wrap up.
Yeah, no, like I said, I was waiting for the next scene. Like, I was waiting, when are they gonna have this?
They're going to do it, and it never came.
No, it didn't happen. So that was a bit of a disappointment.
So this comes out in theatres in 2 days. So what's the date today, Steph?
It's the 26th today.
So the 28th it comes out.
Yes, it does, on Thursday.
So watch out for Greta when it comes out on the 28th of February. I just realised that we really haven't even discussed what the film's about.
Well, yeah, I suppose, but it's
You know, you're not clicking on a Greta review just for fun.
Yeah, that's right. Look, it's about
You know exactly what this film's about. You've seen the trailer.
I just think that also seeing it in the cinema would probably give you something
Definitely.
like, it's not like a blockbuster film where you're going to get the full effect of the visual effects and the explosions and the noise like coming out from the surround sound.
It's a very contained film.
Yeah, I think thrillers and horrors are better experienced in the cinema because you get to they're scarier. They are scarier.
They are. I even felt like a lot of people around us were like, you just held people like holding their breath.
I was sitting on my hands because I was too scared to have them exposed.
Yeah. So definitely some really well shot scenes. I want to comment on is Isabel Huppert. Jesus Christ, Isabel Huppert. I thought she was really good in the film. I'd never seen her. I don't know. I've never seen her in anything before, but I thought she was really good for what this character was and what they intended to do with her.
Yeah, I think she was nice and subtle. She wasn't too
In
over
parts.
the top. Yeah. There was what. So then when she does take that step, she goes one step further. You can really you can tell how unhinged.
Definitely.
Yeah.
When she does like go full Greta.
Yeah.
Full Greta.
Full Greta.
But yeah, definitely go and check this out. Is there anything else you want to say about the film?
I don't think so. I don't want to say too much just because, like, I went in without any expectations, and so my expectations were blown away. So that's what I would like for other people to experience more
Exactly. We're trying to keep this, like, low-key, just because we don't want to spoil too much.
Very secret, very
I'm glad
exclusive.
there were some things that I didn't know about this film.
Yeah, I'm glad I went into it watching the trailer once, and that's it, not knowing anything
I
else.
also really liked her friend in the film.
Yeah, Erica.
Yeah, Erica,
Yeah,
her
she was
friend.
good.
I can't remember her name at the moment, but I'll pop it up now. There you go. That's her name. I'm pretty sure she was in It Follows. And have you seen It Follows?
Haven't seen it.
Wasn't
no.
a fan of It Follows. A lot of people liked It Follows.
I thought she was gonna be the annoying friend.
So it started off like that, where she was just like the slutty friend.
Yeah. I honestly didn't think she was like gonna be in it for as much as she was.
She was definitely the humor part of the film, where like if there was humor in the film, it was her.
Yeah, she was like the crazy wild card friend that was like, "Oh, don't do this."
And some of it didn't work.
Yeah, I think that they milked it a little bit, didn't they?
Yeah, I feel like they definitely went for humor with her, and like it, because they were just like, okay, we need some humor.
Because then they decided to change. They went for a totally different direction with her.
It felt like in the end, it wasn't the same.
It's like character development, but
rushed. Yeah, it was character development. Rushed character development, but I understood it because her friend was like going through some shit, and she was like, all right, I can't be it.
Time to man up. Yeah.
Time to nut up or shut up.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you all for listening to our review of Greta.
Yes, thank you.
Go check Greta out. Definitely worth a watch. And if you like hearing us talk more about Greta, I'm sure we'll do a 5-hour spoiler review one day.
Yeah, one day.
We'll do a commentary for Greta. No, we won't. But yeah, definitely check it out. It was a good time. Steph?
Yeah, it was definitely enjoyable. I recommend giving it a watch. Like, I'm not a fan of thrillers or horrors or anything like that, and I enjoyed it. So
what would you rate it out of 5?
Out of 5, I gave it 3 out of 5.
I'd give it a solid 3.5 out of 5. It was good, not great.
3.5. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. Well, like, I'm giving it a 3 just because I you know, with the scale of all the other films I've watched, you know, I'm always a little bit lower. But yeah, I'd definitely give it a 3, which is more than what I would give for, you know, any other horror. Like, you know, I don't think I've had a horror that I've rated, or a thriller that I've rated that highly. So
beautiful. Well, everyone, thank you for listening to our Greta review, and be sure to subscribe. Check us out on Patreon, SoundCloud. We have a longer podcast. I'm sure you know about that. Anyway, thank you all for listening, and goodbye.